This stuff is super critical. All right, so now I'm going to go live on YouTube as a backup stream. So you can always find me on the YouTube channel. I'll post the link here in the chat. If you know, for any reason, if it's a little slow here on Facebook, you can always hop over to the YouTube stream and watch me there. Although I post all the timestamps in Facebook and not on YouTube. So, all right, so let's get into it. So I like to do a little timestamp here. There we go. Okay, so for those watching the replay, thanks for watching. Here we go. So the intro to this video is we're going to be talking a lot about the benefits and the necessities of taking good probiotics. We'll mention some strains and some products that you can take that can safely influence your vagus nerve. I've heard a lot of people getting really, really messed up by just taking the probiotic of the day. You guys can really do some damage. I hope you guys notice that. Just because you see an ad on Facebook for some, whoa, magical new supplement called blah, 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 doesn't mean that you should probably take it. You guys get that? I would say stick with the stuff that's really old, that's been studied for 40, 50, 60 years. That's what we're going to be talking about. The stuff that's safe. Because I've had too many clients that just bought a probiotic online and it put them back months. So you do have to be really careful. But we're going to do a little quick thing called the simultaneous squeeze, which is just a quick 10-second inhale, a hold of your diaphragm, and then a slow exhale. Kind of gets our brains functioning together, and then it lets us focus in on the task. Because hopefully, you know, one thing I've read, and this is established science at this point in time, is that if you learn at 8 p.m., your brain is in a learning state. Most people do it backwards. So if you think it's late on the East Coast, this is the perfect time for you to learn. And our videos typically only take about 20 to 25 minutes. But you're going to learn a lot of really high impact stuff, so stick with us. But let's do the simultaneous squeeze. Most of you know it already. We're going to breathe in, hold it, squeeze it for 5 seconds, and then exhale for 5. Okay? So ready in 3, 2, 1, breathe in. Extra sip of air at the top. Hold and squeeze. 2, 3. Now exhale. And you might feel a little bit lightheaded, a little bit altered. We're all kind of getting on the same bandwidth together. Do you guys feel it? Awesome. Okay, we're getting groovy for this video. The best time to learn is when you're in this state, okay? You're in an altered mood, so to speak. So let's get started with the things that we know are crucial here. We do know that the vagus nerve is a crucial component of this thing called the nervous system. Your whole nervous system relies a lot on the vagus nerve, especially for connecting your brain to various organs, including your stomach, your pancreas, your liver, your gallbladder, and all of your intestines. It does touch all of those things and a lot more. And it plays a crucial role in regulating general bodily functions such as digestion, your mood, and your immune function. So you would agree that probably keeping your vagus nerve healthy is probably a good idea. And I would tend to agree with that. So let's talk about this thing, the gut-brain axis. Why is this an important term? Right? And let me know in the chat, is my audio good? I think my audio is pretty good. Just give me a little thumbs up in there if everything's good there. I hate for my audio to be poor. So the gut-brain axis generally refers to this bidirectional up and down signaling from your brain down to your gut, and then from your gut up to your brain. Good. Hey, Jody. Hey, Jen. Good to see you. Awesome. So this intricate, and it is a very intricate connection. It's a very intricate system. This allows for the exchange of generally what we consider information and signals. They can be electrical or chemical or whatever. And this influences not only our physical well-being, but also your mental well-being. So having something like dysbiosis, or as Joanne here, thank you for your comment. It's perfect. Perfect timing. You could do this for me. Maybe I'll hire you in the future. You'll be my co-host. Gut issues and digestive problems are the main reason that you yourself got into the vagus nerve. Absolutely. I mean, that's a perfect pathway into understanding the vagus nerve better. So we're, of course, a blessing in disguise. Let's call it that, right? see the good in the bad sometimes, right? I don't know. Are you good on camera? I would love. Let's talk. I think it could be fun. I'm not opposed to it. Let's just say that. So that's kind of the main thing here that we got to know. And then I'm just gonna timestamp here. So let's talk about probiotics. Everybody and their mama already knows about probiotics, so I'm not going to teach you anything new. Probiotics are little, nanomachines that you eat, and they basically make good things happen in your gut. They do a lot of important things. Probiotics generally can convert complex sugars and starches into bioavailable components that you can digest properly. They regulate tons of stuff. Butyrate is regulated. Short chain fatty acids. It does everything. Probiotics are really important. So you can always love the reframe. I'm flattered. Good. I love that you know the word reframe too. So that's perfect. Great book on that just came out too, called Reframe Your Brain by Scott Adams. Great book. Highly recommended. #1 on the Amazon charts. Reframe Your Brain. Best book of the year for sure. So probiotics are also known as good bacteria. That's what a probiotic is. It's generally speaking is putting a single-celled organism into your body to do things that your body might not naturally do on its own. Yes, check it out. Such a good book. I'll post the link to it once we're done with this. So studies have shown that certain strains, there's many different strains of probiotics, as we know, and one in particular that I really, really love because of its safety and its efficacy and how it affects the vagus nerve in a very positive way is called Rhamnosus GG. And I'll post it again here in the chat. I did mention it in the very beginning, but we'll post it right here. So Rhamnosus GG, that might do something on your screen, like a little flash or something like that. I don't know. But that's what it's called, Rhamnosus GG. This can have effective and safe stimulation of parameters of the vagus nerve. So, this is why sometimes when people ask me, what are some good, safe, natural ways to stimulate my vagus nerve? You might think that my gut reaction is, oh, well, you should just put some device on your neck and stimulate. That's the furthest from the truth that you could ever be. I got into the vagus nerve because of Wim Hof breathing and jumping in the bay in San Francisco, in the icy cold, frigid waters on the Berkeley side of the bay. So I could see the Golden Gate Bridge and I would just jump into the water because I was like, I felt like shit. And I heard that if I started doing cold exposure and Wim Hof breathing, that I could feel great. And guess what? It worked. So I got into the vagus nerve in the first place completely from natural things. That changed my life significantly. Before that, I would be out partying on the weekends, maybe dabbling in some party drugs, going and raving and stuff like that. I must have been like 26 or something like that at the time. This way long time ago, right? But yeah, it took its toll, right, in my 20s, and I needed something to save me. And so breathing and cold water turned my life around. I dedicated my life to the study and practice of Wim Hof, the method. So I'm not always going to just recommend like, oh, it's just a device, right? I'm not just here to recommend devices. I'm here to recommend people for good health, things that can turn their life around. And so anyway, Rhamnosus GG, I do consider that to be a form of vagus nerve stimulation. And I don't just say that from some big, like, abstract perspective. That truly does mean that it has scientifically been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve and tone the vagus nerve. So I'll post a link too at the end of the video to some links to good products that contain safe and clean forms of Rhamnosus GG hosted on our blog post for this subject. So that's a really, really important one. If you can enhance, generally speaking, anytime you can enhance communication between your brain and your gut, that's a good thing. And things that tone it increase that communication. Now, there's some caveats in there that we'll maybe save for another video, but in some cases, if you have some pain in the body and you increase that connectivity, you can experience some discomfort initially. But that's for another video. But let's talk about harnessing the power of the vagus nerve stimulation repair coaching program in getting access to this wide variety of really good probiotics and really good, generally speaking, nutritional supplements that can support the health of your vagus nerve. So some of you do know that I do run a program in our company, our company VegasHub.com. That's where we operate out of. We do understand the importance of maintaining a good gut-brain axis, gut-vagus-brain axis. So one of the things that we offer inside of our coaching program helps to unlock this critical axis for your overall well-being. Now, this is, in general, how we accomplish that, okay? So as something that we do for all of our clients, because I do believe that supplements can have a good role, but the way that supplements are provided to people today, I think I don't want to use the word unethical here. I'm not trying to throw shade or spill the tea or anything like that, but I've been in coaching programs or health programs or had doctors that gave me access to what's called a full script account, where they would say, every 2 weeks or every month, I would have a call with them. And oddly enough, every single time they would come with about $250 worth of supplements that I just had to have. And I would, maybe get like 5% off my order if I used their full script account. But I was in such a desperate place as over the last 10 years, sometimes we all get the flu, we get COVID, it sucks. And so I would order this not knowing that with full script account on the back end, what the doctor gets to see is they have a little slider that they can move up and down, and they can control how much of an affiliate commission that they get. So while I might get 5% off full script with one of my doctors, I won't name names, he's getting 30% of what I'm spending on those supplements. So if I spent $200 buying supplements, not an uncommon thing. My mom and I were just talking about this, and she's like, gosh, every time you had a call with that doctor, with that naturopathic doctor, we'd be spending $250, $350 per month. And that means that guy was making $60 to $80 every call on the back end, and I was still having to pay something like $200 per call. I was like, this is like extortion. And I'm in a situation where I need the help. How can he justify that I need apple pectin powder in a large gallon jug? I took 3 scoops of that. I couldn't see a difference. I don't know why I bought that. I have no idea. The only thing I can really think about is if you think of follow the money, he's just trying to build my cart up so the guy can make some money on the back end. Now, I'm sure he has good intentions, of course, but when there's such a financial incentive to jack up your price for your supplements between calls with a functional medicine doctor, these guys are making a killing. So what I did for my clients is I created a full script account. I actually go and pay a doctor, a functional doctor with a license here in the United States for practicing medicine. That's the only way you can get a full script. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to make a single penny off of any of the supplements that we give to our clients. So I said, Slider, you go to 35% discount completely for each one of our clients. So if you do join our Inner Circle program, and some of you watching literally just joined a few days ago, so this might be a first for you. You maybe, obviously sometimes when we're doing our 60-minute call and we're really telling you about all the benefits, the ultrasound, the neck strengthening, the coaching that you'll receive, sometimes we don't get time to even mention that huge aspect of the coaching program. So yeah, so you know who you are, who needs to know that. I think we might have missed that on the call. But yeah, if you are considering signing up, consider that in your cost quotient as well, that you're going to be able to save 35% off of all retail prices of all supplements. That includes the Rhamnosus GG, which we can certainly get you access to. And oftentimes, some of the supplements that you can buy through FullScript are not things that you can buy on Amazon. So we're not only guaranteeing that you're getting direct from the manufacturer, the full quality product, because did you know that on Amazon.com, there are fake supplements being sold. There are watered down supplements. You cannot guarantee the quality of all the supplements that you're getting on Amazon. But through FullScript, it's a contractual relationship between FullScript and the company selling it. And some of the companies on FullScript, you can't get anywhere else. So these are exclusive supplements. So we're able to get people something called the Physician's Elemental Diet, which contains tons of the core amino acids, proteins, carbohydrates, short-chain fatty acids, and lipids that help support a diverse microbiome that have none of the nasty additives that are allergenic. We have foodstuffs that you can get on FullScript from day one that are completely hypoallergenic that normally would cost north of $150. But with our FullScript, we can get you for about $80 on your very first order on a 2-month supply of what could be your favorite multivitamin that is a powdered form. Because did you know that most of these multivitamin compactly pressed pills that you're spending a lot of money on don't even digest fully? Because if your vagus nerve is compromised, listen, if your vagus nerve is compromised, you can be loading in so much good stuff, your body can't digest it. Did you know that a compromised vagus nerve means that you don't produce enough stomach acid and you can't even break down the pills that you're taking? So in the vagus nerve program, by simultaneously toning through stimulating the vagus nerve, restoring neck posture to take the pressure off of your vagus nerve, and eating properly, giving you things that are immediately bioactive, we can give you that burst of energy and that environment, that microenvironment for good bacteria to thrive, so you're not killing it with stuff that you're allergic to. You know, gluten, soy, peanuts, all the big contenders, oxalates, you know, getting those stuff out of your diet for a time being can allow your body to thrive. You can feel so much better so fast, you know, if you just do the right stuff. But oftentimes just looking at just the single supplement can be so prohibitive. But through our program, we make all of that completely like worry-free. Because, you know, again, once I understood the FullScript system and I went back, damn, I probably spent close to $1,000 on this one guy. He made $300 off of that. I can't really be certain that all of those were made in an honest, above board way. So I will never load a FullScript account where I'm taking any amount of your money. I just don't, you know, again, the incentive is for you to get better and for you to save money there. So that's what we do there. So anyway, I've said enough about that, but one quick little last thing about it that I think is important. So should you wish to be part of that inner circle that I mentioned and get that 35% discount off of all supplements, maybe you've got supplements that you do need to reorder. You know, sometimes that can get expensive. Most people, by the time they join our program, already know that they're almost out of one supplement and they're looking at the costs that could add up. Think about what you need to reorder. Do that on the FullScript account. You're going to save a ton of money. It is actually possible to make up the entire difference of the cost of our phase 1 coaching program in what you can save through that FullScript account. There are some amazing full meal replacement options on FullScript today. The Physician's Elemental Diet is one of them, and that's a really good option to start with. So you can be getting all of your nutritional needs, getting to the proper body weight that you need, and reducing the inflammation in your body. So should that be something that you want to get access to, of course, signing up for coaching with us confers a litany of benefits. It's not just limited to 35% off. You know, I want to make people really, really happy, right? That's how we get by. If people aren't really just blown away by their experience inside of our coaching program, I don't eat. I don't survive. So what we do is we also include, of course, we always include an ultrasound system for everybody who signs up. We teach you how to use it. We give you all of the protocols. Now you may think, oh, I just use whatever off the shelf. Just buy an electrical stimulator. That's cheaper. It may seem cheaper. It's going to add up for you in the long run because the typical consumer pattern is that most people have to buy a $300 ear clip VNS system once they start with the cheap $10 version, which ends up hurting themselves more. They have to buy a second VNS device, which typically, once you find out that the $200, $300 VNS ear clip devices or the neck ones don't actually work for you, the only option most people have is to jump up to the $600 version, the NeuroSim or the Parasim, depending on what part of the world you're in. So that's a $600 version you're going to get upsold into. So now you've got 2 non-functioning electrical ear clip devices because, you know, you wanted to go the cheap way. I get it. You know, everybody's trying to save money. But I assure you, our intention is to get you really happy with your VNS technology from day one. Why, again, I'm an expert in this field. I do biomedical engineering. I'm not limited to only get you one type of VNS device. If I truly believed that an electrical vagus nerve stimulator stuck on your neck or clipped onto your ear would be the end all be all of what you needed for your health, that would be what I would be recommending here every single day. And do you think for a second that those companies aren't reaching out to me? Wow, Sterling, you've got a 24,000 person Facebook group about vagus nerve stimulation. If you could only push our product, we'll pay you a massive 10, 15, 20% commission per device sold. Okay? That's crazy. I could make a lot of money if I wanted to push an electrical stimulator to you guys. Trust me. And do you think I don't have the ability to do it? Of course I do. But I've had the real grateful, joyful benefit of, because I work in academic research, is that I've actually been able to actually try all of the options. And what I trust for myself, what I trust for my family, what I trust for my own mother, for my own wife, for everybody in my circle, it's ultrasound, okay? So we go ultrasound in this house, all right? We're not electrically stimulating our vagus nerve, all right? So that's what you get inside of any one of our coaching programs, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Now, if you want to learn more about what those specifically entail, I would recommend for most of you, always just start with the lower entry-level option, phase 1. I'll put the link for scheduling a call with us here. Some of you are interested in it, I'm sure, and I'm not trying to be salesy or pushy or anything like that. I just want to make sure people know what we do and they know how to get what we have to offer. Because, gosh, sometimes I can feel like, gosh, man, Sterling, you sound so pushy, you sound so salesy when I post once a month that we do a coaching program. Even I feel like that's salesy. But what I've realized is that there are people out there who are really suffering and they do really need help, and that what we do can help them. So I need to kind of get over my shyness, my introvertedness, to just say, hey, look, it may be uncomfortable to say, hey, look, guys, we do have options for you to get help. There's always usually going to be some transactory element to it. But if it's a win-win-win-win-win and we can all feel really good about it, then I can feel good about it. And I think as offering our full script account to all Inner Circle members, getting you 35% off from day one, getting you set up with really good probiotics, really good supplements, there's already preloaded packages that you can see in the full script from day one. So if you guys haven't logged into that, some of you watching, you may have kind of put that on the back burner. Literally log into the full script account and it will guide you through selecting through different symptoms that you might be having. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm getting older, concerned about bone health. It'll give you a massive selection of options there too. We have stuff that our doctor loaded and stuff that full script recommends. So go in there and order some stuff. Some of the stuff that I hate to admit, I used to be really against it at first, but I've kind of turned around to it because of the ease of use and the deliciousness are gummy-based supplements. So there are supplements that are multivitamin supplements. There are even supplements that have omega-3 fatty acids in them. You know how it's kind of nasty to drink a bottle of fish oil? They have gummies that are sugar-free that have just a small amount of some kind of a bonding agent in there that's, I've checked, it's healthy for me. Obviously, do your own research. But there are some incredible gummy-based vitamin C's, vitamin D, K2 gummies. If you're into gummies, getting a 35% discount on a couple of gummies to have, make it be your replacement for a sweet snack, right? Because I'd rather you look yes, if we didn't all have to take gummies, that'd be great. But everybody, sometimes you get a little bit of a sweet tooth. You want something nice. You want a little snack. What if that snack, that little gummy, that beautiful little gummy that's sugar-free, could satiate that craving and give you vitamins and minerals and things that you need? I think that's a win-win. That means that I'm not thinking about, do I need to go drive down to Safeway and buy some oat milk ice cream right now? No, I have the supplements at home that'll at least satiate that craving a little bit. Again, I'm a bit of a realist with humans, okay? I've been doing the coaching, working with people for 6 years, and I love my clients so much. We've developed real relationships over the years. None of my programs are just here and gone tomorrow. It's a relationship. So gummies can be fantastic. So I highly recommend that you do take some action on any of these things. You can read more about phase 1 at that link. You can go schedule a 10-minute call. If you're watching this, I know since I talked about it, I think 2 days ago, I had like 3-4 people from that one video just schedule calls. Or the alternate option is send me a message. Send me a message here on Facebook. Now, I just got back from speaking all through Southern California and San Diego. I spoke at a corporate event and a public university called UC San Diego. Pretty big university on ultrasound stimulation of the vagus nerve. So I'm back from that. I'm a little bit like, okay, we're ready to get in work mode. So now's a good time to message me, okay? So anyway, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So, conclusion. All right, so in conclusion, there is one probiotic that I really do believe is very safe and effective for your vagus nerve, and that would be Rhamnosus GG. You can find that on our website. I'll put that here in the chat, vegushub.com/top products. That will contain links to Rhamnosus GG, benphyiotamine, thiamine, vitamins, minerals, all kinds of stuff. It's a fantastic resource of things that I've looked into and made sure that they're high quality. Okay? Those are the retail prices. You have to be in our inner coaching program in order to get the 35% off, obviously. I'm not just, guys, look, trust me, if I could give it to everybody on the planet, I would. We would just have some issues with Fullscript being like, why are 20,000 people using your account? Although, hey, I might just wake up one day and say, fuck it, let's do it. But I'm not there yet. It is a privileged access to inner circle members. So that's where we're at right now. Okay. All right. So yeah, anyway, highly recommend that you do schedule a 10-minute call, get access to support. And again, your gut vagus brain axis is supported by what you eat, what you put in your body, how you stimulate your vagus nerve, and what you do with your neck. These are all important things. Also, your mindset does play a role. And we do talk a lot about how to support a healthy mindset that allows your vagus nerve to work. Because the thing is, you could have the most expensive supplements. You could have the most elite VIP probiotics that, you saw on some ad on Facebook in your kitchen. But if you're stressed that day and you have adrenaline and cortisol pumping through your body, you can pop as many of those pills as you want. They're not going to work. It's a fact. If your vagus nerve is compromised, your vagus nerve will not even allow the digestion of certain types of foods. And oftentimes, stress will allow the bad bacteria, the opposite of what they put in probiotics, to flourish. So there are bad probiotics, bad bacteria laying in wait right now to spring on you on your worst day. You can't open the window for that to happen anymore. As we get older, the risks, the delicate balance of your health becomes more and more crucial. And I'm starting to see that now, as my own mother is getting, adding years. Every year you add another year. And I can see just how much, she's not 30 anymore when I was born. And so she's in her 60s, going on in her 70s. And so I'm doing everything I can to support her, She gets my Fullscript account too, right? She gets ultrasound. She gets all the goodies. She got an iron neck from me, right? So I do all the things to support her. These are the things that I recommend. These are the things that I know work. I have tangible benefits, tangible knowledge on this stuff. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys a bunch. That's going to wrap it up for our YouTube live stream. Thank you guys for watching. And I do hope to, be able to talk to you guys on the phone at some time soon. All right. Thanks.